still has the poles.
Okay,
Behind the
okay.
headrest.
Hey, baby, stay with me, okay? Stay with me, baby, you hear me?
She have a pulse?
Yes, she's fine. Stay with me, baby. Is he breathing? Right here?
I got agonal breathing.
All right, get her in the truck.
I got 2 more down.
Oh my God, where's the ambulance?
Thanks.
She's coming to you.
Oh my God. She's careful. You gotta be careful. Run my daughter right now. How many we got? 1, 2, 3.
In analyzing the provided transcript, a distinct bifurcation emerges between the objective presentation of evidentiary facts and the injection of subjective, prejudicial commentary. For the first 18 minutes, the audio functions as a raw compilation of investigative procedures, presenting chronological data such as witness statements, police dispatches, and the initial suspect interview without overt editorial contamination. However, beginning at the 1840 mark, the narrative voice decisively shifts from an impartial observer to a pseudo-prosecutor by characterizing the suspect's demeanor as disturbed and lackadaisical. The narrator introduces subjective character assessments. Ina legal. Context. Assessing a defendant's post-incident demeanor is highly contentious. Defense counsel routinely argues that shock, trauma, or cognitive dissonance can manifest apparent apathy. This editorial shift highlights the inherent tension between true crime media, which thrives on moral clarity and emotional engagement, and the rigorous, sterile environment of legal fact-finding where the presumption of innocence must remain paramount.
Female, she's probably in her 20s. Also struck by the car. They're all 3 unresponsive. When she's loaded up, and you start seeing witnesses, start getting them separated and names and information quick. Did you see it or no?
No, I work in the only reason why I was at Corona, I just drove by. I work in the jail. So I'm just off right now. So I was like, oh, okay, well, let me get out and do something. So, all right, man. You guys stay safe.
Thank you.
Just high number. Take a seat, okay? Sit down.
I was just talking to
It's okay. Just take a seat, okay?
I got the baby to breathe.
Was she hit by the car at all?
No.
Okay, were you?
She dropped her phone over there, right? She said, baby, my phone. So I see cars coming. I'm like, stop. Trying to stop it. Next thing you know, I hear, boom. I see her flying.
My understanding is you were here and you saw this happen. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell me what you saw.
We was at the house. We took a shower. We went to go get some cigarettes. So we're walking out the house. We go in there. We search the store. We get a couple things.
Which store?
Speedway. I'm sorry.
Speedway.
I'll
No problem.
I'll be more specific.
Yep.
So
No,
we go
it's
in the
okay.
Speedway.
Did you walk?
Yeah, we walked with my son in a stroller.
Yep.
My wife Taylor's chest in a holster.
Yep.
So we go in the store. We get what we need.
Uh-huh.
We come back out. We're walking. We're walking out of Speedway.
Yep.
So we come to this corner stop sign right there.
And you're pointing towards 7th here.
Yes, right here on 7th.
Yeah.
And then as we see that the left side coming is clear, we start crossing.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, I hear, and then I hear Taylor like, "Oh, babe, I dropped my phone." So I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna get it, babe. Don't worry about it." She's like, "They're gonna hit it." And then, so I'm going out there and I'm trying to stop the car so I can get the phone.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I hear boom, and then I turn around, and I catch a glimpse. And then I see him land, so I go over there and try to attend to him real quick. And this is my wife that's in this.
Where were you standing?
I was standing
So you got 2 lanes here.
Okay, yeah.
These are the southbound lanes.
Can we walk to the curb
Yes.
so you can
Okay,
need to know?
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, I come back and I'm trying to get the phone, and the next thing you know, I hear boom, and then I turn around, and that's when I go running.
Well, I was coming down this road. As far as I could tell, there was things in the road. So I was dodging some of the things in the road.
What do you
I
mean?
thought it was just... And
then what
I
happened?
saw the stroller,
Yeah.
and I was going to straddle the stroller, and then realized I started dragging it.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped, and I backed up.
Right in the same lane that you're in now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I jumped out of the car, and I saw a bunch of people standing next to the curb line.
Uh-huh.
There was a woman laying on her face, but they couldn't seem to revive her. And there was a baby. And they said, call 911.
Okay, and you called 911?
I tried to.
What happened?
Well, by the time I started calling 911, a bunch of police came by. So,
Okay, so no problem. Law enforcement's already on scene.
yeah.
All right, no problem. Did you see the car involved?
No.
Anybody say that they saw it and made any comments to you?
Yes.
Who's that?
What was the guy's name?
Did he? Okay. I can get that from her later. What did he tell you?
He said, you didn't hit them. Somebody else came through in a white vehicle and hit and ran. I said, I didn't hit them. And he said, you hit one of them. I don't remember hitting one of them.
Gotcha.
People over in the curb said I hit somebody.
I just saw like a silver sedan car that hit like 2 people. By the time that I heard the sound, and then by the time that I took a look at the sound, I took a look at the like what was going on. I saw this other lady, which was the one that was laying by the road. She was like on the screen, right? Like the windscreen. I don't know.
Of the vehicle, yeah. Windscreen, windshield.
Yeah, windshield.
And where was that at?
So the silver car?
Yeah, so
So
when you look,
just-
you hear the bang, and you
the bin was
turn.
over there, and then the silver car tried to.
So when you look, real quick, when you looked and you saw this female on top of the silver car, where do you think exactly that was when you saw?
Over there.
Right there where the pink blanket is, maybe? Okay.
So at the same time, just trying to comprehend like what's going on here. Like, is she okay? And then, so I saw the car, and I thought maybe the car was gonna stop, right? Like he was just gonna stop and then come on the car and see like, hey, what's going on? But that's when he drove off. I didn't even take a look at the car, like which model is it? But it's a silver sedan, like a 4-door sedan.
Do you remember seeing anybody behind the wheel?
No.
Okay.
It's just like, boom, and I mean...
Where did he go?
Furthermore, the narrator makes a definitive leap from circumstantial physical evidence to absolute cognitive awareness, asserting she knew that she didn't hit a dog. She knows that that was 3 human beings. From a legal standpoint, this is a profound and legally hazardous assertion regarding the defendant's mens rea state of mind, establishing actual knowledge of striking a person as opposed to an object or animal is a critical and complex burden for the prosecution in felony hit-and-run cases, while massive windshield damage constitutes compelling physical evidence that a significant impact occurred, unequivocally concluding that the driver instantaneously and accurately processed the nature of the victims crosses the line from forensic deduction to speculative mind reading. A defense strategy would heavily scrutinize this cognitive leap, demonstrating how public narratives often bypass the stringent evidentiary standards required to prove criminal knowledge beyond a reasonable doubt.
That's why I brought her, because I don't know how to maneuver that.
Hello.
Hey, Sharon. This is Officer Vaquero with the Sarasota Police Department. How are you?
Doing fine, thank you.
I'm out here at World's Attic Thrift Shop. I believe you're the business owner?
I am the manager.
Okay. So we had a traffic fatality involving 2 children and a mother last night.
Oh my goodness, where at?
It was
right
on
there?
301
Oh.
and near Popeyes.
Oh yeah, I saw the news, something about that, yeah.
So we have the suspect vehicle traveling down 12th Street, and it comes eastbound on 12th Street, and we're coming to a dead end at Beneva. We don't know which way it went. And
Gotcha,
I'm
yeah.
outside your business, and your business points cameras directly to Beneva.
It does, it has a pretty good view.
Yeah, so the time frame I'm looking at is from 8:35 last night to at least 8:45 last night, so like a 10-minute window.
Yes, are you meaning checking it now from my phone?
Yeah, I mean, if you can check it and want to just call me back within the next hour, that would be great. Yeah, we're just trying to eliminate and which way we have to go, north or south from here.
Sure. What type of vehicle am I looking for?
You're looking for a white Lexus 4-door with front end damage.
Okay, I've never gone backwards on my phone. Camera-wise, I've always just
Play the
current,
the live
so.
feed.
But I should be able to. I don't see why not. Do you have a phone number I can call you
can.
with?
This is my personal phone. You can call me back on this one.
So 8:35 to 8:45 last night.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
White Lexus. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, thank you.
She volunteers at a cat depot.
Well, I work with them when I have cats that need to be spayed and neutered.
Okay.
And then I foster and help find owners.
And then
I've been doing that for 20,
the Monday night,
30 years.
she was going south on 301 and thinks she hit a dog.
No, it just, out of the blue, it was like on my windshield, and it's like, it was, I'll never forget that sound. And then I felt bad, so I turned around to see if the dog was alive, because even in Michigan, wherever I go, I go back and see when animals are, roadkill or whatever. And then I didn't see him on my side of the road, and then I saw people on the other side, so I thought, okay, they're gonna, if the dog is there, they'll pick him up or whatever. But
You mind if I just see
no.
the damage? Okay.
Should I report when I hit an animal? Should I report it?
It's always good to report it. Always.
Feel free.
Thank you very much.
Oh, please.
Do you remember where you made a U-turn at?
No.
No?
Just the next one.
Next one?
Yeah.
Like, was it a traffic light?
No, I don't think so. No, it's like, boom. So then I just came back around, and I thought, because when I was in the car and I'm just driving along, and this has gotten worse. This was not like that.
This one. Yeah. Do you have your license on you, or is that inside?
Of course it's inside.
Okay, then don't worry about it. That's okay.
I'm me.
No worries. How long have you lived here for?
2 years.
Is that
I
right?
just told him.
Yeah. Where did you move from?
Well, I owned a house in the Meadows, and I downsized 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And I've been here from Michigan for 8 years.
Wow.
Do you have your driver's license or ID?
I can go get it.
Yeah. Do you mind if may I follow you?
I can want.
Okay. Do you mind if I grab it? If it's in that center console, can I grab it for you?
There's a lot of stuff in there.
That's all right. Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, Jen, if you just want to have a seat inside the house for a couple minutes, we're just going to talk, and then we'll come back in and talk to you.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
1065 tow for a location.
Okay, so what's going to happen is we have our documents team, our forensics unit coming in. They're going to photograph the car as it is before it's moved.
Okay.
Okay, then we will ask him to move, unless you want to have him move now. That's 100% up to you. And then we'll just have the tow truck put it in neutral, pull it up on the thing, and go so nobody has to go in. Okay?
So nobody has to leave?
Nobody has to be inside. And then once we get the photographs, we'll go in and get the cat food. Is it in the trunk or is it in the back seat?
No, trunk is. Okay, so it's embarrassing because I get in I'm always running, so it's right behind the.
Okay.
Once
we get the photographs, then we'll take the cat food out of the back seat. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No.
That's why I'm thinking that
No, that's okay. We'll get the cat food out for you. I
spend
understand.
a lot of money on sprays.
No problem. I get it.
Crazy.
I get it.
The more people are coming to take pictures. You guys don't multitask, huh?
What's that?
You guys don't multitask.
No, when it comes to that, we're not the professionals.
Okay, and then they'll do that while it's in there.
Yes.
And then a tow truck's coming. So I'm just trying to think when so let me keep it here.
Yeah, it can wait. That's fine. I mean, it's entirely your choice, but there's no rush.
No.
How we doing, sir?
June, you okay?
Yes, these guys are here to arrest me, and I said you would vouch
No,
for me.
no, none of that.
You're not being arrested.
No.
No, they're
You're joking
my
with
car.
me.
Remember I told you I hit a dog?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If you could just head back out.
I'll let you do whatever you got to
I
do.
appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you.
Is this a crime scene? Is this a crime scene?
Well, we don't want anyone, interfering with what we're doing here.
On anybody. Physical or verbal.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you leaving?
I am.
Nice to meet you. Go blue.
All right.
Okay, so everybody has a different job then. What's his job?
He's a detective for the department.
So he's a detective. You're not, right?
We're different.
I
kinds
only
of
know from
detectives.
TV. So,
Yeah, we're all different kinds of detectives. Our specialty has to do with traffic involved.
Got it.
Anything that involves.
So that's good. You have a focus.
Exactly. Yeah.
Love to sit here and be able to spill everything, but it's all under investigation. So
I don't need.
the only thing I'm going to warn you is, whatever people are telling you, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Whatever the news is saying, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I know it was a terrible tragedy, and I'm sure the poor woman is. I feel for her because she's probably very, just in a terrible situation. But other than that, I don't really know her.
The other thing I'm going to ask you for, if you don't mind,
Okay.
is
Can I get your name, please?
Yeah, Diana, Diana.
Okay, and that's just in case if
That's
I have
our,
any follow-up.
yeah. Because I didn't even know any of it at one point, and then next thing you know, all this stuff was happening.
I'm going to be honest with you, that's kind of why we come back after all this to kind of see what the buzz is and what's going on.
I couldn't even sleep for a few days because of thinking about all that. You know, it was really heartbreaking. I mean, you feel for all the people involved in it, that whether they made a mistake or whatever it was, you still can't go back on it, and whatever it is, it happened.
Correct. I think it kind of, especially for this neighborhood, when we located the vehicle as a suspect vehicle, and I think that's when it kind of gas on the fire maybe, and kind of got everybody all excited.
Yeah, because we didn't really know anything.
The only thing I can tell you is I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. I've been in the traffic unit for 19 years, and I'm very happy that I'm leaving just to get away from all the tragedy that's occurred.
Yeah.
Because there's never any winners with any of this.
Right.
There's not. So.
Ma'am, I'm afraid we're here for the case that we're all involved in. I'm here with Officer Plumley. So, protocol, we have what do you call it? Probable cause affidavit for your arrest for this case, okay? So, we did reach out to everybody necessary and stuff like that. So, if you have everything you need, we are going to be going to jail today.
Okay, so I'm told just to not really bring anything.
Yeah.
My
well,
phone
just
is.
yeah.
Like whatever I bring, you're going to lock up.
Is that
right?
when you're talking to your attorney if this day was going to come? Okay. Do you just have your phone?
I should probably bring a house key too.
Yeah, just your phone, house key. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take that stuff from you.
Okay.
Officer Plumley's going to search you.
Okay.
And then I know we talked about earlier about your shoulder pain and stuff like that. So we're just going to go ahead and cuff you up front. Okay. I don't want to cause any injuries or anything like that. Okay. Going to be about a 15-minute drive or so to the jail, and we'll get you processed through there, and should get your attorney a call.
Finally, the narrator's concluding lament that a cell phone was not worth the price that was ultimately paid introduces a fraught dynamic concerning causality and the tragic calculus of the event. In both tort law and criminal liability, courts must meticulously separate the cause. In fact, the sequence of events leading to the crash from the proximate cause, the legal responsibility for the harm, while the victim's decision to retrieve a dropped phone is undeniably the factual precursor to the collision. Emphasizing this detail in an editorial context risks subtly implying contributory negligence or victim blaming in the court of public opinion. As a legal analyst, it is crucial to delineate this heartbreaking human error from the statutory violations at hand. The severity of the criminal charges leaving the scene of a fatal crash hinges entirely on the defendant's unlawful decision to flee post-impact, rendering the victim's preceding actions legally immaterial to the driver's subsequent duty to render aid.
I was very, very disturbed at the behavior of June. She was just so lackadaisical about this whole thing. She knew that she didn't hit a dog. Just by that damage to her windshield, she knows that that was 3 human beings. On another note, a cell phone was not worth the price that was ultimately paid by 3 people.